Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Abiding by AFTERBIRTH Plus. Hold your breath on the random, but I'm capable of handling whatever comes my way. This looks like Eden to me. Lazarus, where's the difference? Slightly different haircut. 1T, 6Z, T8, YY. So yeah, we've been cooking a lot more, and you know, one of the reasons is we didn't have time to cook when we were moving a lot. Or at least, anytime you say you don't have time for something, you're inviting a challenge from bad faith comments on the internet. Oh, you don't have time for something? You can cook in a minute per day. Okay, it's all true. Instead, what we didn't have is desire, because we'd worked so much at, you know, our jobs, and then also the moving, that we were like, let's just order something in. Secondly, our new place is, it has a nicer kitchen, and we got nicer cookware. So it's like, it's more fun to cook now that, you know, I have pans that are actually flat instead of like they have a weird kind of bulge in them at some point, and then the bulge, you know, makes it so they don't sit on the element properly, and, you know, I have lids that actually match pots instead of, you know, having to search through a drawer full of lids in order to find one that's roughly the circumference of the pot. And then, like, our meal prep service is, like, way better, dude. I know that it's also, you might say it's kind of cheating. I do understand, but I'm also not sure why the internet is so concerned with, like, gatekeeping everything. And I'm guilty of it myself at times as well, but, you know, who cares? Is it Gordon Ramsay's not coming around and going, well, you cooked a beautiful, you know, Cobb salad, but on the other hand, this guy made his own frozen pizza, so I gotta give him the nod. You know, it doesn't make any darn sense. Anyway, it's been nice to cook more. It's been a good time. I recommend it. I'm getting a little hungry now, though. Should have thought of that before the episode started. Okay, so I got a game plan. I haven't mentioned it, but I have a game plan. I think it's important. Pay attention early. The reason that the last run ended up being so easy was because of the bounty and benevolence of the item gods. However, we also had such strong momentum coming off the first floor that it was like a dream come true, right? So, you look at this and you say, is this a floor where you want to swap Lazarus? You want to become Dark Lazarus on this floor? The answer is probably no. But if we can finesse a single spirit heart, I think the answer pivots to yes. Very happy for the damage and speed upgrade, by the way. All we need is a single spirit heart. Or an HP upgrade, which could come in the form of the pill. But, and then things will change for us. Things will change in a positive way. So we're going to shoot these. We may even play the self-sacrifice room a little, because like we're playing with the house's money to some extent right now. Okay, we didn't get much out of it, slash anything. That's okay. It really is okay. Although we would prefer to not die until the devil deal on this floor if possible. But, oh, hold on. Usually you don't get anything out of the boss room. Fires! Okay, we're going to head down to the next floor. I think it's an astuter version for us there. A much more sensible approach. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Everything's okay. Shouldn't have gone as hard as I did on the self-sacrifice room, but again, you know, any momentum you get early is advantageous. I think of it like, you know, trying to travel in outer space. Once you get out there into the vacuum, you know, if you don't have any other exterior form of propulsion, you're going at whatever speed you started at for the most part. So that initial kind of push into the ether is, you know, what determines your rate of progress. It's the way I look at it. And not for everything in life. Like, you know, something that's the exact opposite of that? Jogging. People don't say jogging that much anymore. They say running, right? I said when I was I had my snowboard lesson last weekend. Ah! The guy was like, "Do you do any other sports?" And I was like, you know, I work out and I jog a little. When I said jog, he looked at me like I had 4 heads. And I realized this. I feel like people just say I'm a runner now. They don't say I jog. But I don't feel comfortable calling what I do running. But jogging is the opposite of an initial burst of momentum determining how you do. Jogging is how long can you keep putting one foot in front of the other. And there's, you know, there's room for both in life. When I was a kid, teenager, young adult, I wasn't a jogger. I was a sprinter. And I don't mean I sprinted quickly. Like, in terms of my running, I was not very fast. What I mean is, long-term dedication was not my strong suit, but I could muster incredible bursts of short-term energy, make surprising amounts of progress, and then eventually flame out. And I've been working as an adult, you know, as a more mature adult, to try to curtail that habit and become more of the consistent person, you know what I mean? I'm sure you probably, if you follow a lot of people on YouTube, I'm a jogger. You get a few videos every... Oh, you dummy, dude. You get a few videos every day. A lot of YouTubers are sprinters. Might as well use it, I guess. I thought you would block the shot. Apparently, that's incorrect. NL, actually, what are you talking about? Hold on. I think this is not the way I wanted this to go down, but is there any... Yeah, okay. Let's become Lazarus. Let's get that damage bonus. Let's get that HP. The time has come. Sure. We will get a deal with the devil on the next floor. I think if we can get a spirit heart again, it's all coming together. So we're going to try it. We're probably going to spend a key to go to the shop no matter what. But a lot of YouTubers are sprinters. They disappear for, like, a year, and then they come back. Let's go. They make a video every week for 3 months, and you're like, they're back, and then they disappear again. And you're like, I couldn't have possibly seen this coming. I'm a jogger. But it didn't come naturally to me. I used to be the guy, you know, if I wanted to learn a skill, I would dedicate like 12 hours a day to learning it. And then after like 2 weeks, I was like, it's not worth it anymore. Once I stopped, I didn't start again. I think, obviously, this probably goes without saying, but the best way to do it is to combine the best parts of being a jogger and a sprinter. You know, you might be listening to what I'm saying and you're like, making small incremental progress over a long period of time. That doesn't sound like me. I'm one of those, I get enthusiastic and then I'm out, you know? You can have a little bit of both, you know? Start with that enthusiasm. It's easy. Easier most of the time to start with a little bit of passion. But then, when you get bored, scale it back, but keep doing it every single day. Eventually, you know, if you keep it going long enough, you'll probably find something that hooks you back again, and you're like, oh, now I'm really into it. I'm going to let it go for another 8 hours a day, and then you scale it back a little bit when you get a little bit bored, but make sure you keep it in the habitual zone. You know what I mean? It's just my 2 cents. I'm being very preachy, I'll admit. You're taking advice from a man who sometimes forgets to charge his Bluetooth headphones. I get to the gym, and I hear, you're a rich girl, but you're gone too far, because you know it. Battery low. And I'm like, that's alright, I still got 30%. Powering off. Why do you even say 30% then? Something's not right with these Bluetooth headphones, dude. That's... I know I go off on it now and then, but it's the honest to goodness truth. 100% to 50% lasts like at least 4 hours. 50% to 0% is about 2 songs. I don't know what's up with the battery. It might be a dysfunctional lithium-ion battery. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question, okay? But you can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. Okay, here's our deal. Good things come to those who wait. Blood clot is fine. We'd really like an early payout from this guy. This would be so helpful. Not really what I was looking for. I think we have to take one item. And I'm gonna deviate. I'm gonna say normally I take left because I'm left-handed. We're going right this time. I would not say mistakes have been made. Let's go one deeper then. Yo, they're both pretty good. They're both pretty good. I thought about playing the Demon Judgment a little bit more too, but it's just a little too much. And this is still fine. It looks, I mean, it is spicy, but it's within the acceptable bounds of normal spiciness, I would say. Run. One bomb gives you, hold on. We might not want to pick that up yet. And this is my own ignorance. I don't know how that works. I don't know if that gives us a spirit heart and a half heart. I thought it was like if your HP is full, it gives you a spirit heart. Otherwise, it refills your red heart. So I would much rather force the spirit heart into existence. When I got this new phone, it doesn't have a headphone jack. It's thrown my whole charging routine into a tizzy. Previously, I was one of those guys who 100%, and I like this phone for the record. The big knock on it is the lack of headphone jack, but I also understand that's pretty standard, really, in today's modern smartphone climate. Pretty standard in the smartphone climate. Pretty standard in the smartphone climate. What was I gonna say? Oh, previously I was one of those guys. I woke up, my phone's at 100% every day. Now it gets a little touchier. Because our bed is constructed in such a way, like it has a form. I know this is gonna sound ridiculous, but the Pixel's charger is so like deep. I cannot plug it in behind our end table, and our end table is built into our bed. So instead, we have a smaller charger that plugs into one of those like inductive chargers that you just place your phone on top of and it charges. But then sometimes in the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. No, in the middle of the night I'll knock it slightly off. And then I'll wake up and my phone will be at like 4% battery life, and I'm like, how dare I? How dare I? It's just a different, slightly more complicated. I don't understand why the charger's got to be so dang big. There's probably a good reason for it. I'm not really much of a smartphone guy anyway. I mean, I was saying this when I had my old phone. Sometimes, in the Jackbox games, like, I'll take a picture of myself to use as my icon. People will be like, oh my god, is my man... What are those? My man's really rocking the Samsung Galaxy S7? Yeah. Twitter, text, Pokemon Go. Like, what else do you need? I don't understand the... Even now, like, I have a... I have the Pixel... And the camera is amazing, but I don't really know how to use it. So the pictures still come out like looking pretty bad. And like the speed of the phone is better, but I'm still like, I like it. It's better than my old phone, but I don't really get it. I'm still like, man, people are replacing these things like more than once every 6 or 7 years. Why? 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 I don't, whatever. I'm not part of that culture yet. Or anymore, I suppose. Maybe if I was younger, I'd get it. I don't know, man. I'm still waiting for, like, the day when... And it'll probably never happen. I've come to accept that, and I think it's a good thing. I'm waiting for the day I care about my phone or my car. And it as of yet, has not manifested. If you buy a nice car because you like nice cars, that's great. And I'm being sincere. You know, I think everybody's spendy about, like, something in their lives, you know? Kate and I are spendy about food, for sure. Like, we go, now and then we'll go out to, like, a really, really nice restaurant that, for sure, people that, you know, are not into that or don't see the point are like, I would never, ever do that. So I'm not saying, like, you know, that I don't understand, because I do. But I also feel like a lot of the people I see driving nice cars, I'm like, you're driving that car because you want to, spicy, we've been saved, so saved. You're driving that car because you want to be seen driving a nice car. And that, to me, is a sign of incredible weakness. And I apologize for my judgmental nature, but it's my honest impression when I'm, like, out in the west end of Vancouver and I see, like, you know, a C-class Mercedes with a novelty license plate that says, like, see ya. I'm like, man, you are like criminally insecure. I don't want to make you feel bad, but I'm just saying, like, you're putting a band-aid on it with this, you know, with this coupe, with this imported coupe. It's not gonna, you gotta work on yourself, brother. Okay, this was a big swing for us and a good floor indeed. This is a tough one, dude, because I really do like a piercing shot. I think the piercing shot is more valuable. We can take that and live, but it's too spiced. I wouldn't feel good about myself. I might feel good about myself now. Okay, what's done is done. We still got Eye of Belial. And again, I apologize, like, if you bought a car you can't afford because you thought it would make you look cool, or it's like a status symbol, or you're like, you know, I'm a realtor, I have to buy this. You know, like Ted from Breaking Bad. I'm not trying to be rude, I just honestly don't get it. Now, that being said, if I had cared more about the vehicle I was driving, I probably could have saved myself from purchasing a total lemon. Which is not 100% fair to the Ford Motor Corporation, because it's, I don't know what defines a lemon. Certainly I would say that perhaps a class action lawsuit over the course of a half decade from everybody that's owned the vehicle probably comes pretty close. But it's, apart from the transmission going at low city speeds, it's a reliable automobile and the gas mileage is fantastic. It's not all negative, okay? But it is not best in class, let's put it that way. But, like, sometimes I'm just like, you're trying too hard. But to be honest, part of it is also, and it's not just this city, but I see it a lot in Vancouver. In my hometown, there wasn't really, like, I don't know, to be honest, there's a lot less, you know, like, young money where I grew up. So when people were, like, when kids were stunting in their, like, vehicles, it was always, like, a Honda Civic lowered so you'd have to go perpendicular over the speed bumps. And you would just be like, there's Oliver again, with his lowered Honda Civic with the Fast and the Furious muffler, aka the amplifier, and he can't even go over a speed bump without, you know, taking up both lanes. Now here, like, you know, there's 17-year-old kids literally driving, like, $300,000 supercars every day. So I think it hits you a little harder, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just never, I've never really gotten the status from that. I never, and, you know, we make enough money I could afford a nice car. Just not the kind of thing that I prefer to spend my money on. I don't see myself as a, well, you know what, I kind of do, now that I think of it. I don't, like, idolize Warren Buffett, but I did watch a documentary on Warren Buffett, and I'm like, you know, he's got a net worth that, I don't know, is like multiple, well, multiple tens of thousand-fold greater than my own. Regardless, I don't know his actual net worth, but whenever there's a story about Warren Buffett, they always focus on weird stuff that I find very respectable. I know you're like, no billionaire is ethical. Okay, I didn't mean that. I just mean like on a personality, like character trait level. He's got some atypical stuff that I can actually relate with. Like even as he became incredibly successful, he's like, yeah, I bring a tuna fish sandwich to lunch every day. Or to work for lunch every day. I'm like, you know what? I respect that. I respect the man who's contented with his lunch choice. Because I'm in the same boat, you know? While I'm shoveling peanut butter straight out of the jar into my mouth, Kate's like, why don't you eat real food? And I'm like, I like peanut butter. Guess the subs should have changed him. Guess he should have forgot where he came from. Nah, nah, nah. Ooh, wait till I do my tier list right. Sure me, were you saying something? That's me trying to rap Can't Tell Me Nothing while I have a mouthful of the cheapest peanut butter from the grocery store in my mouth. Can't tell me nothing. More spirit hearts, please. Thank you. Okay, I appreciate that. We're gonna take a lark on this one. Mistakes have been made. 2 bombs for a key? We're taking a stab, dude. I can't be too mad about that. Anyway. I don't know. If anything, like, I think there's... Anytime you say this sentence, you're right. There's 2 kinds of people in the world, right? People who want people to know how much money they have or try to portray... Well, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. It's not controversial. I'm just trying to think of how to phrase this in the best way possible. I think there's, like, people who try to flaunt wealth and people who try to hide wealth. I definitely consider myself the second. Not that we're wealthy to begin with. Nouveau riche at best. But I'm like, whenever Kate's talking about buying something nice, I'm like, yo, don't do it. Well, here's the... babe, I promise, we'll drive down to the Bellingham outlets. Hit up the JCPenney outlet store. I'll get you whatever you want. Don't stop till you're numb. That's Jack Nicholson from The Departed. I feel like even if I were... a billionaire, first off, you would never find out because billionaires, they got a big target on them right now. For better. Oh, did I not say and for worse? My mistake. No, I'm joking, mostly. Like, a little. But you would never find out. Absolutely not. If I had any choice in the matter. But then, secondarily... I would still be like, I would dress like Jerry Seinfeld every day still. I would still be wearing, like, default New Balances and a Roots sweatshirt every day. There's no, and I don't know, man, I think I would still, I don't think it would change me that much. To be honest. I don't think and you're probably going, everybody thinks that. I don't think that's the case. I think a lot of people are like, man, you know? I mean, there's the whole song. If I had $1 million. The song came out in 1991. $1 million was worth a lot more back then, to be honest, but they were buying all sorts of stuff there, you know? I would buy you a house. Well, not in Vancouver. Good one. I will take this, actually. And I know you're like, why take that instead of the stopwatch? Because I'm fishing, alright? I'm well, okay, I didn't realize there was a battery charge right there. But I'm fishing for a deal with the devil that can speed up our progress. The game should be won, basically. But we can amplify the speed. I don't know, it's like... I'm spinning my wheels on this one, which again, you know, shouldn't be happening because we sprung for the winter tires this year. That's gonna hurt. Get him, get him. We got him. We didn't get what I wanted, but we got him. I wanted the Demon Heart. Who needs an item that can amp up your DPS when instead you could get protection from a single hit? But I'm like, even if we won, like, the lottery, not Shirley Jackson's lottery, obviously. I also have read the short story collection that every 8th grader has to read. But even if we won the lottery, I don't think it would change the way we lived our lives very much. But also, we're the kinds of people that don't play the lottery, which is probably like a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point, right? The only lottery I play is sometimes at Canucks games. I will participate in the 50-50 draw. I gotta tell you, the rake is absurd. The way that a 50-50 draw works, if you're not familiar with the sporting event raffle, let's say, you know, tickets cost $1 each. They don't, but let's say they did. All of that money goes into a pool. 50% goes to the ticket that wins. 50% goes to the organization and also a charity involved with the organization. And really, the only reason I do that is because I'm like, first off, if we win, it would be sick. Secondly, if we lose, we just made like a little donation to charity. You know, it's a nice feeling. There's one of the biggest, probably the biggest lottery in Canada is called 649. You know where the proceeds for 649 go? Services and projects within the province of Ontario. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You know, it's supplemental state income. But also, I don't live in Ontario. So, I'm like, you know, I'm already paying for services within the province I actually live in. Now, if there was a BC lottery, would I play it? No, of course not. Probably not, at least. I don't know. Not much of a gambler to begin with. Just don't really... I don't know. Maybe I should watch Uncut Gems. Maybe I'll get the appeal. Or maybe it would turn me off from the hobby forever. I'm not sure. I'm not... What's the... Is that the message of Uncut Gems? Gambling is good? I haven't seen the movie, but I'm guessing that's a comical statement. Our first tiers upgrade. I know I said that we were good. We're actually still in the modest spice territory. Certainly it's, like everything's pretty okay. But we're only 3 bad coin flips in a row. And I'm just using that as a metaphor. We're not actually anticipating any 50-50 rolls or anything necessarily. But, you know, we're 3 bad coin flips in a row away from being in a dicey position. We're not there yet. Walk a mile in these Louboutins. They don't wear this where I'm from. That's 1 bad coin flip. I'm sorry, it's stuck in my head. I only know 2 Iggy Azalea songs. I know the start of Fancy. First things first, I'm the realist. Drop the bass, let the whole place feel this. And I'm still in the murder business, I can hold it down like I'm teaching lessons in physics. You should want a bad egg like me. I don't remember much of the rest, but anyway. And then, exclusively the first 10 seconds of whatever song that is that goes, walk a mile in these Louboutins. They don't wear this ish where I'm from. And it's just, I just love the sentence for some reason. It's just that, it's just a comical statement. First off, walking a mile in Louboutins, very impressive to begin with. Probably your calf strength has got to be out of control. And, you know, this is a takes one to know one situation. Secondarily, I'm just imagining the kind of person who would, like, listen to that lyric. Because everybody gets inspired by, like, different stuff, right? I guarantee there's, like, one person out there that, like, every time they hear that lyric, they get chills down their spine. And I'm weird about it too. Like for me, it's the Titus Andronicus song, A More Perfect Union, where Abraham Lincoln goes, you know, as a nation of free men, the hordes of Asia and Europe could not by force take a drink from the Ohio River or step foot on the Blue Ridge. As a nation of free men, we will live forever or die by suicide. Anyway, that's what it is for me. So everybody's got their own weirdness. I mean, mine was an inspiring quote about, you know, national unity in the light of the American Civil War. For other people, it might be, walk a mile in these Louboutins. Something's wrong. Oh. What it's like ain't exactly clear. Still, dude, I totally forgot. Okay, so let me keep my train of thought going. What I was gonna say is, still a little spicy, but, you know, feeling pretty good. What I totally forgot is that we picked up Turdy Touch in our first item room. So with Empty Vessel, that's a recipe for a few easy room clears. We really should have used our strength card at some point, huh? Yeah, that would have been the right choice. My mistake. This has to be the right way. But I do not anticipate this being the end of our existence here. I think this is just the start of something beautiful. Fine, I'll do it myself. Yo, okay. I mean, we can get invincibility on this room. It depends how long you want to sit. Really, if we get HP, we're probably gonna look to a reroll as being an option, especially with some battery charges available. This is wild. You're still kind of... Oh, never mind. Everything's fine. Oh, how about that? Cash me outside. How about that? That's really, well, some of the top 2 quotes in American history. Abraham Lincoln. If destruction be our lot, we ourselves must be its author. Bad Baby. Cash me outside. How about that? I love North American culture. I'm not saying it's any different in Canada, by the way. This is the rare non-exclusive dunk on the United States. We're hand in hand. We had our own Real Housewives series up here. It was called The Hockey Wives. Very, very engaging television program with a lot of educational merit. What am I talking? I watched 90 Day Fiancé. I shouldn't really get on my high horse about it, I guess. These are not the same item, right? Okay, cool. Thank you. This is all very solid. Walk a mile with these broken bones. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we're going to get 16 wins in a row. That's pretty exciting. Really, right now, I mean, anything could happen on any run. You know, you can still pretty easily lose with almost any character in this game, and you can feasibly lose with any character for sure. But you got to be thinking, highest percentage chance for despair is a keeper random in our near future. I hope this doesn't prove prophetic, but I welcome being asked to be the keeper, because, you know, to be the best, you gotta beat the best. I don't think we're really at risk of being the best here, but still. Hey man, BizSnap's playing Risk of Rain in Borderlands. Cobalt's doing 10-hour streams watching Ayaya. Maybe the time has come for us to ascend to true esports levels. I couldn't even finish the sentence, to be honest. I took the body because it doesn't matter, okay? Oh no. My incredibly rare 30-touch synergy that's helped us kill 4 enemies we could have easily destroyed in half a second anyway. I don't even get out of bed for that these days. If anything, I'm just annoyed that Iggy Azalea didn't write the song in metric. Walk 1.6 kilometers in these Louboutins. It's not a good joke to end the episode on, I apologize. But anyway, we did win for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!